moon landing was real or not. I mean, it is the easiest thing to debunk, right? I mean, not debunk, I mean, explain. Anybody who cannot get that, I'm pretty sure that he cannot get anything. He cannot get C19. He cannot get the flat Earth. He cannot. I'm pretty sure, because the guys who believe that is real, there is a 99% chance that that guy would believe everything else to be real that the media tells him. So that's the way. The starter kit must have the moon landing thing on. Quiz, like whether you believe that the moon landing was real or fake. Hello, what happened?
Nothing.
No, everybody went quiet, so that's why I was just asking.
She was just moving too fast to people to retain all the things. It's hard to respond.
No, that's my point. The best way to, know whether the guy has some logic and sense and thinking skills is to, ask this question, because it is the most obvious thing ever. So that's why I was actually, pointing towards it. It's kind of a litmus test.
What question in particular?
Well, I just said the moon landing. Ask that person whether you believe that the moon landing was real or not. I mean, if he believes that is real, then I mean,
I don't think that's the right place to start.
Well, it is the most obvious, right? I mean, if he believes that, then I think he believes everything else. It's pretty. My observation tells me that. My experience tells me that. If the person believes that the moon landing was real, he's not going to believe anything else if we're going to tell them.
I don't think simply just asking the question is the right approach.
Well, when you ask a question, you would listen to him.
I agree with you, and you can go to the original source of what they played in 69 or whatever year it was. They have it on YouTube. Maybe it's a little bit remastered or something like that, but they got the original thing, and you can show them that. And it's like 4 or 5 hours long, maybe 6 hours long. Skip through it, show them what they showed on TV. This is what they saw.
Yeah. And look, and use some common sense. I mean, that thing that they went, that the lander literally traveled to 38,000 miles or kilometers, I don't know. Yeah, through space, and returned from there with ignition on the moon surface or whatever. So this is the best way. Like if I asked, the best way to, the reason why I said this question is a litmus test is because when we ask that question and he says yes, we can ask him, how did that happen? He'll give the explanation. So when he gives the explanation, we can actually listen to him and think, we can understand how he actually thinks. You know what I mean? So this kind of, if he does talk rubbish, that means, he's not going to listen to anything that we are going to tell them, because everything else is harder to explain than that, comparatively.
You should take some marketing classes or something, man.
Why? Why?
Marketing classes,
Like for what? Like, why did you say that? Why did you say that?
Well, our enemy is very clever with their use of propaganda to get people to think what they want them to think, and you want someone to think what you think, and if that's the way you're going to approach it, you're sorely outmatched by your enemy.
Okay, so what is your plan? Okay, I get it. So what should we do then?
Well, I think just getting a general sort of understanding of the person outside of the realms of their thoughts directly on the moon landing is important first. Just approach them, get to know them like a normal human being interacting with another normal human being. Then you got to find the right time, and the right setting to take that dive into it, and there's probably going to be something more individually sort of potent to bring up. I don't think it's a one-size-fits-all sort of thing. but you got to get your foot in the door with them as an individual, and you got to learn what kind of person they are first. But then, no matter what, you should have more than just one thing to focus on. You should have a sort of like Batman's utility belt, right? You should have a sort of general purpose use, uh, sort of dynamic approach. Learn what the kind of person they are. Think what would be the best thing to start them off with, and then be prepared for, say, like 12 different scenarios, and figure out where to take it from there. But one important thing is not just asking them questions, would just a conversation. I think always bringing something like a visual element into it is best. Like the other guy said, maybe you could say, hey, watch this video. Do you see the wire coming off of him? Or I don't know. Do you think that's a wire? It looks kind of funny to me. I
I
wouldn't just
see.
ask general open questions. I'd bring something in particular to get their take on, something right in front of their own eyes.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Like, have you ever met a person who believes that the moon landing was real and he doesn't believe in C-19, which is fed by the media, and he doesn't believe that the shape of the Earth is
Yeah,
a globe?
yeah,
Have
I
you ever
have.
met a person who believes the
Yeah,
moon landing was? Wait,
yeah,
really?
yeah.
So why would he believe that the moon landing was real if he doesn't believe anything else? That doesn't make any sense. Like how? Like how?
Well, I'll borrow a line from the Strokes. Uh, it isn't right, but it isn't hard. It's very easy to believe in the moon landing, man. All you have to do is just say okay. It's as easy as that.
No, wait. Listen, but if he believes that the Earth is flat and the space is fake, why would he believe in the moon landing? I don't understand. Yeah, he should have the common sense to do
That
that.
that wasn't what you asked me. You said, "Do you know anyone who doesn't believe in C-19 that does believe in the moon landing?" And I said,
Not just
"Yes, I know tons
C-19,
of people."
not just C-19. I also said other things as well, like the flat Earth as well. I was actually saying the flat Earth as well.
Oh, I didn't catch that part, but
Yeah, that was it.
I do know people who don't believe in the C-19 that do believe in the moon landing.
Seriously, like, well, and the Earth thing, the flat Earth thing, like, and is there anyone who believes that the Earth is flat, but at the same time the moon landing was real? I mean, that is bonkers. So is there anyone like that? Because that's why I think that the
Oh,
moon landing.
sure. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't think I've ever met one of those. No.
Yeah, a lot of people think they went to the moon, but all the footage that we saw wasn't the real thing. There's a secret space program, bro. That's what people think too.
All the people that I spoke to, if they have some common sense, the ones who are actually the ones whom I can actually explain to, they know that the moon landing was fake, and that is where we begin. And those are the people who are likely to understand everything else that I'm going to tell them. That's the way it is. It's the guy who believes that the moon landing was real. I'm pretty sure he's never going to listen to anything else. Because even if he does listen, he would rather pick up some Wikipedia source, and try to prove us wrong with bullshit. That's how things go. They cannot think.
They're just non-binary cosmologists, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think the best move is, like I was saying earlier, I think I got disconnected, but like when you introduce these ideas as though you're not attached to them, they get much more traction than if you're like a diehard zealot for the idea. You know what I mean?
I understand. You're right. But I think we have to be diehard because look at the situation right now. It is just a mess. And
Well,
these
no,
people are going overdrive.
but you're also missing the power of just even the term flat Earth, because like the term flat Earth is like psyopic too, because there's topography, so obviously the Earth isn't flat.
No, I just use that. No, I just
But
use that term
no,
to
no,
get to the
I
point.
get it,
That's
I get
all.
it. No. Listen, what I'm trying to say to you is that flat Earth still has its own magic to it. Is the thing, like it's still like it's like my buddy, we used to call it like a mind virus. Like if you introduce flat Earth to someone, even like the best way to introduce flat Earth is to say, "Oh my God, have you heard about these stupid flat earthers?" That's the best way to introduce flat Earth, because it doesn't matter how or what way you paint flat Earth. It's a mind virus, and so as soon as it's like a seed, and as soon as it hits fertile soil, that person that hears it is gonna search into it, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it, but you can say flat Earth. But why be their enemy in the process is what I've come to realize. It's like they're not worth it to me for me to expound my most intricate, ideas that I've finessed throughout my adulthood. You know what I mean? Like, why am I going to waste my fucking breath
If you're gonna
on
see
some?
that person repeatedly in the future, though, they're not. If you put that idea in their head and you said, "Oh, the stupid flat earthers," when they go look into it and say they're won over, they're not going to come back to you,
No, but
and
there's ways to. No, but
they're
dude,
going to keep it a
hold on.
secret from you. You know what I mean?
Well, let me also explain it like this. I guess it's kind of like when you say like, I look at it like flirting almost. It's like, the power of suggesting like, oh, you wouldn't want to go get a